Yo, what's up, man? This is a quick rant. Not to sound misogynistic, but this has been on my mind, right? Black women in the media can't say anything about Black America that I'll endorse. There is absolutely nothing that a black woman in the media can say that resonates with me. Now, I'm not talking about Facebook posts or tweets or little videos that they post on YouTube or on a social media page. There's a lot of great information there. There's a lot of great people. I'm talking about when they make it to the media, when they make it to the big stage to be the spokesperson for Black America. There's nothing that any black woman I've seen in the last 6 years can say that represents Black America. Now, I'm gonna show you why. All the way up until, let's say, 2010. If you're black, you know this to be true. When you look at the news, all they show was the most ignorant, inarticulate, ghetto, ratchet people ever existed in life. They probably interviewed 5 eyewitnesses, and 4 might have worn suits and been articulate. They delete those files, and they found the dude that just got one tooth, and that one rotten, and he crusting his lip, and like Coolio braids, and he be like, man, Joe, see, I saw what happened. Them mofos over there, Joe, and these nick, and you don't understand a word he's saying. And the media was trying to successfully project to the world that black people were inarticulate, ignorant. I mean, we're talking from the Sambo days of the 1920s and 30s all the way to 2010. That was their modus operandi, right? That was their MO. Then they switched it up. Now they have a new game plan. The only people they put on TV are black preachers, which, and articulate, college-educated black women who happen to be feminists. Now, when I bring this to your attention, you gonna notice it. You know how like you bought your car and you never saw a car like yours until you bought yours, and then after you buy yours, you see that car everywhere, same color as yours and everything. Once you see it, you'll see it everywhere, right? So watch this. If you see a black woman on media, I guarantee you all she's pushing is an LGBT agenda, which is totally antithetic to anything that a black man goes through. All they're pushing is to effeminize your black men, to weaken your black men, to make your black men demean or belittled or subservient to the black woman. All they're doing is trying to kill your warrior class and make you love and suck a weenie. It doesn't even matter what the topic is. I watched the debates with the Democratic debates, and they asked a black woman about Bernie Sanders and how she felt about how he replied on police killings in America. Now, police killings is a black male issue. Yes, you had Sandra Bland, but mostly it's black males that are getting killed by the police. She says, well, I have brothers and cousins and uncles, so I think that's sad. But I want to talk about the LGBT. It doesn't matter what the topic is, they'll bring it back to LGBT. You'll talk about group financing. They'll say, but what about LGBT? You'll talk about 70% underemployment for black males, and they'll talk about, but all of us are working, but we don't get as much as women, as white men, so what about LGBT? You can ask them about if they like McDonald's or Burger King, and they'll say McDonald's because the burger can't be king because I'm the queen, so it should be burger people because we're equal LGBT. There's nothing a black woman on the media can say. So I'm telling you this, look out for it. Peep the propaganda. Peep how they coming to you now. They are actually creating an atmosphere that all you're going to have is beta black men, and the alpha black men are going to turn to betas because they're going to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? They're going to marry the Filipino, the white, the Puerto Rican, the Brazilian chick, and they're going to get away from the whole Americanized thing because they don't. It's a masculinity, it's a feminizing, and they're showing you this all the time. And just because a woman is articulate, college educated, halfway attractive, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? To women tell me all the time, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. No, it's what I said. But because people think like that, they listen to how she says it so articulately about, man, I just want it. It don't even make no sense. You can't tell me these women want a man. You can't tell me that you support men dating men and then say you want a husband when you're supporting shortening your dating pool. You can't tell me that, man, you feel that you should be protected and provided for by a man when you're worried about going to the workforce and not worrying about if your men are eating. You can't tell me that, man, you care about your subsistence needs or your luxury needs, so you deal with car crackers and drug dealers, but you're not out here petitioning and protesting these draconian drug laws when your benefactor gets arrested. You can't tell me that you don't give a damn about no man unless your son got locked up. You don't even give a damn about the daddy. The daddy could go, and then 10 years later, after you use the police to get the daddy out your house, the police kill your son, and now you want to protest. You're all selfish. Check this out. Don't deal with the media when you see a black woman or a black preacher, because anything they say is going to be antithetic to what you're talking about. All this going to be, and if you agree with it, you a fool. That's all I got to say about that. She was a Mickey Figgy fool, man. Anyway, I'm out, man.
Hey there, Chuck. Thanks. Well, Francesca, thanks for being here. You, of course, asked that question about how would the candidates, if they were elected, make sure that instances of police violence be investigated fairly. What did you think of the reaction and the responses that you got?
Well, I really only got one response, and that was from Bernie Sanders, and I thought he did a really good job. He has a lot of passion. It's clear that he really cares about the issue, and I was so glad that he talked about the fact that there should be regulations for if someone dies in police custody, and that's something I would really like to see moving forward.
Tell me why this issue matters and resonates for you personally.
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious as a black young woman. You know, I have friends and family members, and even myself, you know, when we saw with Sandra Bland, where I worry at times that doing the right thing and being a law-abiding citizen really isn't enough if we live in a country where, unfortunately, people of color and black people are criminalized and seen as a threat, and then our lives are not taken seriously when and if something happens.
So, anything you didn't hear talked about tonight that you wanted to hear talked about, or you'd like to hear the candidates address on the campaign trail moving forward?
I really think we need to talk a little bit more about LGBT issues. I think that, you know, with the passing of same-sex marriage last year was a huge moment for us, but that's not the end when it comes to striving for equality for everyone. And so when it comes to issues for trans folks, I think that's really important. LGBT homeless youth is a really big issue that I'm really passionate about, and I hope that that's something that the candidates start thinking about moving forward.